What is going on, everybody? It's Jamie, and welcome to the channel Thrift on Fire. Today's going to be a what sold video. What sold for me recently on eBay, Depop, and Poshmark. Yes, sales across all three platforms. That always makes me happy for sure. I did want to talk about an issue I had with Poshmark though, and it's something that I caused myself. So I got an email from them, and I've heard people talk about this also for the last 3 months plus. So you guys probably remember me talking about taking different pictures of a lot of these jerseys, and these are all from the rack inside of my house, the old eBay room, where I have a rack full of jerseys and jackets and usually sports related stuff. I've been taking new pictures of a lot of that stuff, tweaking titles, making new listings, new prices. Obviously, a lot of the prices are getting dropped a little bit. And the other thing is, I've been doing that across eBay, Poshmark, and Depop. Well, on Poshmark, they really dislike it when you delist a whole bunch of things all at once. They think you're trying to take advantage of their algorithm by delisting and relisting just to have new items up, right? So I got a warning saying I had over 101 listings removed or ended on Poshmark in the last 30 days, which was me obviously relisting some of this stuff here. I've done quite a bit of it in the last little bit. So, they said this is just a warning. There's nothing, this won't affect your account anyway. We're just letting you know that, this makes it look like you're abusing relisting. And, typically, I use Sidekick tools to do my relisting. It has all the fail safes in it. It knows how old things need to be. And it does it in a safe way to relist on Poshmark every single day. And that's what I typically use, and that's what I'll continue to use. So what I will do differently. So on eBay, I will end and relist a whole new listing. On Poshmark, or Depop, I'll do the same thing. But on Poshmark, I will do it a little differently. I will tweak the title, so edit the title, drop the prices on the items. I'll decide, because I'm still going to take new photos. I can either update the photos on Poshmark, or I could just leave them the same. Either way, it's not that big of a deal. But that's what I'll do. I'll stop. I won't be ending listings unless they sell on other platforms. So I'm going to take the safe route here and do it that way. And hopefully I don't run into any more problems. Not really much I can do about it. If I sell something on eBay, I do have to delist it from Poshmark. So if I had like a big sales day on eBay, would that make my account get suspended? If I had to delist like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 items, I have no idea. Hopefully not. I guess we'll see how that plays out in the future. But for now, this video does take place over a couple days. So yesterday I was out here pulling orders, and then this afternoon I'm going to pull some more orders, which you'll see in this video as well. But for now, let's pull some orders. All right, let's pull a round of eBay orders, starting with a couple of cards here. Okay, I've already pre-pulled these cards. One came from card 3, one came from card 4 here. Let's start with, what are you? Curtis Lazar. It almost sounds like he's trying to, it seems like it should be Curtis Laser, but he's trying to fancy it up and call it Lazar. It is, what is this? Hard to see because there's a glare through this. I think it's 165 of 299. Okay, this card is a Upper Deck Premium Hockey 2014-2015. We got $15 for this. I think I had it listed for about $19 USD, so 15 is not too bad. The other card going out right now is this one, David Pearson. It's got a little jersey patch and an auto. It's also numbered. It's 55 of 65. This is also an offer, $7. We're going to get it out of here. I don't think this guy is a very popular player, but I don't really know because I don't follow hockey that closely, to be honest. I do have another lot of cards going out here for DC Sports Cards 87. I think my first box, I had a box like this from the $4,000 card buy. I took the rest of the box, which was probably, I think it was 54 cards, which is what's in this box. And we're shipping that one out to DC Sports Cards 87. I do have a second order that just got there today. Now, that first order that I did show you guys, there was some stuff there that hadn't quite got paid for yet. I think I now have 3 items still that haven't got paid for. It does say after 7 days, they open an item not paid claim on eBay, and that the 11th day they end it and they will relist them. So I have 3 cards from the first lot that will get relisted. I have now a second box of, I think, 60 cards there. that's getting processed right now. Should be up, it says, by August 8th. And then this is my third lot I'm sending to them. So I'm putting a lot of faith in them, you know, for only having, you know, one experience, but it's positive. So we're going to send them some more cards so we can move some of the older cards out and get some of the newer cards listed. Next, we did sell a pair of shoes, and I don't even think it's going to be on. I'm looking around. I'm like, I don't see them. I do have some shoes still in a bin here from when I had all my racks full, and this was an overflow. And this has some like less valuable shoes that probably are super close to being donated, if I'm going to be completely honest. You can see it's a pair of Keens in here, a pair of slip-on something Crocs. Those seem like they should be better. We'll take a better look at those after. But yeah, these ones here, these Reeboks, I picked up, I believe, at a yard sale maybe 3 years ago. Just have not sold. I'm surprised they've never sold. So, you know, they're on sale right now, 30% off sale, I believe they were on. Somebody offered me less than that, $9. I'm just over them. We're going to get them out of here for $9. Not a great sale whatsoever, but still, we're moving it out. I did tell you guys in the last video I sold this Sony right here, camcorder. So I listed it for $199 USD. I got an offer right away for $50. Didn't take it. I countered at $175. Same person counter offered, I think, at $100. I counter offered at $175. They sent me a final offer of $145, which is just shy actually of $200 Canadian, which is kind of what I was hoping to get out of it. I sat on it overnight to think about it, and I decided, you know, listen, like, somebody wants this. I don't have 20 watchers. People have been looking at it, but there's just the one watcher, and I'm pretty sure I'm just dealing with the same guy here for these offers. And he actually has one listed on his store when I took a look at it. So, you know, I paid $10 for it. So 145 USD. I went ahead and took it. I don't want it 3 months from now, wish I took it. So it just makes sense, right? We're going to take that for sure. Next, we're going to move to Poshmark. Just one Poshmark sale, but it is this jersey right here, Hockey Night in Canada. This is the one that I said got washed for sure. You can see it's kind of wrinkly. It's only listed, or was only listed on eBay, sorry, Poshmark.ca, because it is a made in China jersey. It kind of makes sense, right? Probably Hockey Night in Canada. Most likely it's going to be somebody from Canada who wants that. Although hard to say, because I was selling a lot of like Roots Olympic stuff, and it was going to the US as well. So, you know, hard to say for sure. A couple Depop sales. Now this is good. Depop is coming back to life. Now I've been relisting some clothing, you know, taking some new pictures of jerseys and stuff. And I've been putting, you know, redoing those listings on Depop. I'm also using some automation on Depop that's doing some relisting for me as well. But it's good to get some sales there. We actually have a couple. This one here is an offer, $15 for this NASCAR hat. I think it was, when I delisted on eBay, I think on eBay it was listed for $19.99. So if somebody's getting like $5 off, I can deal with that. Less fees on Depop as well, so that's okay. $15 USD for that. And a t-shirt on Depop as well. It's supposed to be in the VH. I believe on the t-shirt we're going to get, try not to knock off this stuff off the table. That's Trivium, the band. I think we're going to get $19 for this one USD. This also came from the $800 clothing buy. It's supposed to be in here. So if you can find this shirt. Actually I think I've seen Trivium myself maybe 3 times. I don't know if it's this one or not. It could be that one. I'll have to take a better look just to make sure we're pulling out the right shirt. Oh no, it's not. It's right here. I can see the lettering Trivium. I wasn't sure if there was like a skull or something on it, but yeah, I'll throw a picture of this one. $19 for this one. Like I said, it did come from, did come from the $800 clothing buy. Happy with the sale. Happy to get a couple Depop sales, and let's get this round of orders out of here. It's just the next day, and we're going to pull some more orders, starting in the clothing 2 bin. Now this one is either a break even or potentially a slight loss. I've had this shirt for a really long time. I think it was only listed for like $9 and change, something like that, because it was on sale. This one right here. pink button-up Woolridge shirt. Somebody sent me an offer of $6. I think it was $6.62 USD. I would have paid around $7 Canadian for that. Had it for, I don't know, maybe 3 years. We're just moving it out. I'd rather have some money back, or, you know, get it out of my inventory without donating it. That's kind of the point there. Next, another really low value item here. So I didn't know what to do with this card. I had 2 of them. What is this guy's name again? Gabe Villard, maybe? Something like that. Anyway, so I sent one to DC Sports Cards 87. They were both graded. I think they're both graded at a 9.5. FCG grading, okay. Good, decent grading. I don't think this card's worth a lot of money, obviously. So I kind of did a bit of an experiment. I just ran an auction myself, and it ended up at $3.25. Kind of what I expected, not a lot. I'm interested to see what we get on DC Sports Cards 87, if it's similar, because now mine will be the last, probably the last comp of this one. So somebody probably won't pay more than that anyway, but we're moving it out. And it's sort of just a fun little experiment for me anyway. I didn't really know what to do with that card. Otherwise, we did sell, it's in this box here, this Pokemon binder back up here. A loose piece of cardboard for some reason too, but we did sell this big pin board here. Not board, it's this, right? Do you guys remember this thing? Batman. Picked it up at a garage sale. It is sealed, so I can't show you any more than that, unfortunately. Sold comps for this one, there was tons listed super high. I think there were a couple that did sell. I had mine listed much higher than this for sure, but I did wind up accepting $50 USD to sell this thing. There are not a lot of solds of it, so, you know, I'm going to keep all this packaging because we're going to reuse it to ship it out. But $50 US, pretty good. I think I paid 10. Ooh, just got a little bug here. Did you guys see that? I think it's a spider. Ugh. Ugh. Not a fan of spiders. We'll take care of that, and then we will pull some more orders. All right, so we sold another t-shirt on eBay. I'm just making sure. I think I'm going in the clothing 1 bin here now. This shirt, same thing. I find, now personally, I find Harley shirts don't do as well anymore. They always sell, but not for the same money. You know, there was a time a few years ago where, you know, a vintage Harley shirt, probably looking at 40 or $50. Now, not so much. Let's see if we can find it in here. This one, you know, I don't know the last time I did a price drop, but it was definitely on sale. I believe this one's right here. It's from 1997. It's a nice shirt for sure. Wound up getting $18 USD, which is still okay. You know, I wouldn't have paid a lot for the shirt or anything like that. So it's not like, you know, I'm still making money. They're just not worth what they used to be. And you know, that's a good reason for me to once again at some point here in the near future maybe go back through some of these clothing, because even, you know, if I'm running sales on some of these shirts and they're not selling, that probably means they are likely still priced way too high, you know, because the market has dipped, I think, personally, on vintage shirts anyway. Nico Strom, pulled this guy to the front. He wasn't too far back, but it is right here. This card is, I have to remove that $20 price tag, which was, because these cards, most of these cards in the $3,000 card buy, the guy did like trade shows and stuff. So, you know, he had it listed for $20 Canadian. I actually, for this one, wound up getting $15.30 USD, which is pretty close, but it is an upper deck, ingrained hockey. This one is 141 of 249, I believe. It's a piece, I think, of the stick there, right? Signature shot. It's cool, you know, but that's still all it's worth. I will have to, like I said, remove that sticker because I don't want to ship it out with a $20 sticker on it. We did sell a pair of these golf shoes that I picked up the other day. I think these ones, the Benton or Bion or whatever. I think it's Bion. There's no T, right? B-I-I-O-N, Bion. Yeah, maybe it's that. I don't know. Like I said, I really don't know how to pronounce this particular brand. But yeah, these ones, I listed them for $27, and whatever I listed for, that's what they sold. Where are you? Oh, $27.98 USD. I said I was expecting to get, you know, I don't know, 25 or 30 bucks out of them. So, you know, those right in that range for sure. Happy about that quick sale. We still have the other pair down there, the white and black. The white and black ones are also, they cleaned up. I just gave them a little spray, wet them down, and then magic erased the white parts here. There is still just a little blemish in the side, if you can see that little brown spot. Almost looks like it's been burnt or something. The last thing, we do have a Poshmark sale here. Should be in the men's jeans. These were listed quite a bit higher as well. I think maybe even up to $70 I had these listed. Somebody had sent me a lower offer. We kind of went back and forth and then met at $50 Canadian on Poshmark.ca. True Religion. Very nice pair of jeans here. I think for size 36. I will just double check the size and everything before I get them out, but I'm pretty sure that's the only pair I have right now. $50 Canadian. So you can still get decent money out of True Religion. Obviously, new tags would be the best, but those are used. Feel like they came from the Goodwill bins, but I don't 100% remember. But yeah, let's get this round of orders out of here. You know, all in all, happy with the sales. Sales have still been slow for the most part. I did want to tell you, though, that at the beginning of the video, I said that I had some money on hold for DC Sports Cards 87. You can see money on the way, 0. Money available, 150, 140. So everything I sold in that first lot has now been paid for. I was kind of worried. The Juan Soto card was the biggest card. It was like 50 some dollars. I was going to get $44 US for that one. It finally got paid for along with the other 2 lower value cards. So that's really good. You can see here received on the, oh, sorry. So that was my first one. So these are my listings. The second one was received on the 29th. It's the 31st. Today when I'm filming this, it's also trade deadline day. I think the Jays just acquired Shane Beaver not too long ago. Happy about that. So my second lot of cards has got there. They're supposed to be available around August 7th. So that'll be my next auction. I've sent in a third lot of cards. I think I maybe talked about that. I don't know if it was in this video or the last video, but I've got a third lot of cards going in there. So, you know, I'm definitely going all in on the idea of using this consignment. You know, cards that are worth more money, I'm going to list them myself first, you know, wait 6 to 8 months. And then I'll liquidate them this way. As I'm going through cards, there are certain cards that make sense to send to a company like this. So, you know, it's just good because I do not want to hang on to cards forever. I don't want to collect these cards. I don't want it to be a 10-year plan. I'm just trying to flip them. If I can't flip them, I'm going to send them to a consignment deal like this where they can flip them. And if I make a little bit less money, that's okay because for the most part on these big buys, like the $4,000 card buy, well into the profit. The $3,000 card buy, I have not broken down the numbers, but I'm pretty sure I'm already at the break-even point, which is really awesome. So it's just like long-term, you know, money coming in. It is a lot of work. I've been spending a lot of time with these cards, and you guys are probably sick of hearing me talk about these cards, but that's the direction I'm going at the moment. I am always open to different ideas of flipping things, but these cards really have filled a big void for me right now in sourcing. What has suffered, though, is some of my clothing platforms like Depop and Poshmark. You probably see that there's less of those sales going out, and I am heavily relying, you know, on automation and other things. But I have to be careful. Like I talked in the intro, I don't want to get, you know, in trouble on Poshmark for delisting and trying to rework old inventory. So I'm going to have to find a new way around that, which I believe, you know, like I said in the intro, will be more like doing price drops and editing photos on Poshmark. I don't think I'll be ending items any longer. I'll leave that up to the automation so I don't get myself in trouble. Or if I do, at least I know it's on the behalf of the automation and not something I'm doing myself. So I'm going to stop delisting on Poshmark for sure unless something sells. And that's just, you know, for the safety of my account. Anyway, I do think I'm going to end this one right here. If you guys do like videos like this, please give it a big thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing for more content. And we'll see you guys soon.